Well, we finally got a trailer on Diamond Is Unbreakable Chapter 1, and wow, look at all those dislikes. Something tells me that the Japanese fans aren't too happy. Oh boy. Hey guys, WinterSpawn27 here, and we finally got a glimpse of the upcoming live-action Diamond Is Unbreakable movie. Now, ever since the news came out that Diamond Is Unbreakable will be getting a live-action adaptation, I was hesitant about the whole thing. I wasn't sure if it would be good or bad, but all I could do is keep my fingers crossed and hope to God that it'll at least look decent or that it doesn't suck. Then the teaser trailer was released 2 days ago, and after watching the teaser trailer, all I can say is, it's not that bad. I'm still just as hesitant as I was before, but this could have looked much, much worse. The first thing to point out is the colors. In the opening scene showing Moriocho, which is actually Sitges, Spain, I hope I said that name right, used as its location, the color palette used here seems to indicate that the movie was going for the same colors from the anime adaptation, with the purple sky and the purple alleyway. Speaking of alleyway, we get to see Josuke and what appears to be him fighting a high school delinquent. Well, actually, the delinquent gets knocked back by an invisible force, which is obviously Crazy Diamond, but we don't see it. So this scene here is clearly the one where Josuke beats up his senior after his hair was insulted, but in the anime and the manga, that takes place near a water fountain, not an alleyway. Why the change of scenery? I'm not sure. Plus, I had to pause this a few times to get this right, but next to the other delinquent is Koichi, I think. I mean, it's obvious that he'd be there since part 4 started with Koichi's observations and narration, but Jotaro isn't shown here. Maybe he is there, or maybe he's not, I don't know. Anyway, we see the no trespassing sign and a glimpse of Okuyasu next to the sign. Looking more into it, I found out that the sign looks much different in the movie. Originally, it was the kanji missing, but here it looks like part of the sign is missing and that the rest came together. That's actually an interesting change on the hand's ability the movie's going for. We also get a look at the arrow and Josuke walking towards a gate. I think it's supposed to be where the Nijimura house is, but I don't recall there being a gate like that in the anime and manga. The next scene is a room caught on fire, which actually surprised me. The only thing I can recall of something that involved with fire was Rohan's house getting burned down or that girl's hair caught on fire. But I know it couldn't be either one of those two, so maybe it's the result of the explosions caused by bad company, or it's Angelo's doing or something. Speaking of Angelo, we do get a glimpse of a sink filling up with water and a rubber glove. No doubt it's the scene where Angelo strikes at Jotaro and Josuke in his house. Then there are these newspaper clippings, which according to Anime News Network, one headline translates as "No leads on family massacre culprits." Now, this could be Jotaro's research files on Angelo, but it also got me thinking that what if it was a news report on Reimi and her family's murder? The headline said family massacre, so it got me thinking of that. But considering that this movie isn't going to go that far ahead, it's most likely on Angelo. We then get brief close-up shots of the other characters and Keicho inside his home. The room he's in looks much more damaged here. In the anime and manga, most of the rooms were dark and they didn't have a lot of stuff in them, but you can still tell that the inside of the house isn't too good. Here, there's a lot of stuff that looks old or damaged. The room didn't have all that stuff in the anime manga, but it's clear that this is where Josuke versus Keicho takes place. Then there's the final scene that confused me the most. Josuke turns around like he sensed something, and he's next to a woman who I think that's supposed to be Tomoko, Josuke's mom. Maybe this is the scene where Josuke has to punch through his mom to trap Aqua Necklace, but I'm not sure. Also, I read some comments saying that this was supposed to indicate that there's a stand here, but I don't see it. You can't really tell since it's blurry, so for all we know, there isn't a stand there. In fact, the entire teaser trailer didn't show any stands. Well, except Love Deluxe. But I think Warner Brothers might be saving that for the official trailer or maybe when the movie comes out. As for the atmosphere of the movie, it feels like it was going for a darker, gritty, more serious tone, and that's what's worrying me. When it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's not just dark and serious, it's also fun, colorful, and comedic too. I'm worried that this movie will lose that side of JoJo and stick to its darker side for the whole thing. Then again, it is a teaser trailer, so we can only judge from what we got so far, which is only 30 seconds. It's not much, but there are certain details that are shown that can either make you really curious about what the movie will be like, making you want to watch it, or it can turn you off instantly, depending on the expectations of the movie. For me, this trailer doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually okay, but nothing really noteworthy too. It does make me curious on how it'll go, but I'm still hesitant as well. For now, all we can do is hope for the best and see how the trailer will look. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be just the same, or maybe it'll be worse. Who knows, but I'll be optimistic and keep an open mind with this. Anyway, there are some other things that I want to discuss about the live action movie. First off, Diamond Is Unbreakable is going to be split into 3 movies, making a trilogy. This one here is going to be Chapter 1. Considering how many characters were shown that will be in the first movie, it's possible that this could go up to the Red Hot Chili Pepper arc, either the beginning or the end. It's because that Yukako will be making an appearance in the movie, and she shows up after Keicho gets killed by Red Hot Chili Pepper. Don't know if characters like Tamami, Toshikazu, and Tonio will make an appearance, but it's possible that they won't show up in the movie, if you consider its runtime. I know many fans want to see Yoshikage Kira, including myself, but I feel like we won't see him in the first movie. He'll most likely appear in Chapter 2, or he'll be teased at the end of Chapter 1. But there are a few more things that I wonder about the live action movie. Joseph Joestar, for example. Will he be making an appearance in the movie? If not the first one, then will he appear in the second one? He's Josuke's father, so he has to be in this trilogy. But if he is, will Joseph be played by a Japanese actor? Because Joseph is British American. Also, since Jotaro's there, will we get flashbacks to Part 3? The events of Star Wars Crusaders are mentioned sometimes in Part 4, so it's likely we might get a brief flashback on those events, or maybe the main cast of Part 3. Maybe we'll get a brief glimpse of Dio since he's connected to the Nijimura family. Who knows? Now, I should probably get on to the next topic here, which is the character designs for the movie. Well, it's clear that the costumes are simpler looking compared to their original counterparts. Some of them still have their signature designs, but other details from the outfits were left out. Like, for example, the uniforms of Keicho and Okuyasu. Their hairstyles look good, but their money motif style has been toned down. Plus, Okuyasu's scars aren't really visible, but they're still there. You just have to look really closely at his face. Koichi and Yukako look fine, but Josuke's look here seems like it's going for a more bancho look for Josuke, with his jacket open and the rope-like belt. It's something I'm not sure of since Josuke never came off as something like that to me, a bancho-like character. In fact, this is more like Jotaro's style. Well, at least the pompadour is pulled off nicely, and maybe I'll get more accustomed to his new look. Angelo looks okay, but is it just me, or does he look like a homeless man? I don't know why, but I think it's because of his face looking dirty. Then again, this is before his milkman disguise, which I was more used to seeing Angelo in, so maybe that's why. And then there's Jotaro. Now, many fans have pointed out that he looks older than he's supposed to be, which is true since Yusuke Isaya is in his 40s, from what I've heard. Jotaro in Diamond Is Unbreakable is supposed to be in his late 20s, and yes, he does look older here in the live-action movie, but hey, at least he looks like he aged compared to the manga. I've seen what he looks like in Part 6. And his face is the same as it was in Part 4. Now, as for his look, I think they were going for his Part 4 signature outfit, but like the looks of Josuke and the Nijimura brothers, some details and some parts of the outfit were left out. But they've kept the hat hair fusion thing, which I'm surprised that's the thing they've kept from Jotaro's look. So, yeah, overall, the character designs look okay. It's nothing awful, but nothing great or anything. So I'm kind of in the middle of all this. I guess we'll just have to wait until August to see how this all turns out. But for us fans here in the West, we probably have to wait until 2018 to actually get a really good look on the movie. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts and feelings about the live action movie as a whole, the teaser trailer, and the character designs. Tell me guys, what did you think about the teaser trailer, the designs used for the characters, and what do you honestly feel about the live action movie? I mean, do you think it'll be good? Do you think it'll be bad? Do you think it'll be so bad that it's good? If you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like it, subscribe for more videos. I'm Spawn27, and well, I'm gonna keep being optimistic and keep an open mind with all this. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Later.